Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kyushu here, and now, before we do begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of events have happened. We had Izuku, the world's finest hero, who was shot. Deku was trying to find out where a giant monster was whenever it was causing some havoc downtown. However, when he turned into Heat Blast and tried to give chase, somebody took a shot at him. Deku was brought to a polar race where they were able to operate on him, and later he went back to his room to recover, especially after he briefly met with Mina. Now, before he was shot, he was actually on the phone with Mina. He told her there were two things he was ordered to hide from her. Number one, he knew Vilgax was possibly coming to Earth. They had information that said that was the case. The world government told him this information, along with the fact that the plumbers, they had Earth on high alert, in case the attack did come. And number two was so bad Izuku wanted to tell her in person, because it does have something to do with their relationship. Now, with that being said, Deku, he's unaware that Mina, right now, got into a fight with Kendo earlier that day at the canteen, and she then met another Anodite. However, this is quite interesting. Mina thought she was the only hybrid on Earth of her species. She's never met another person from the Anodite race, nor has she ever been to Anodyne, the Anodite homeworld. And this means a number of things for her. Now, with that being said, let's currently cut to Izuku. He was tired and he got back to his room. However, they wanted to see him, since it definitely has been a little bit of time. And currently Deku, he does begin to somewhat stir the next morning. Him finding that he feels crappy. And currently he does get to hear the pounding on the door. Deku beginning to somewhat wake up as he does get a turn. Him trying to move in. Huh? Hmm? Wait. The hand on his face. Mina? Deku finding. Huh? Wait. I'll be with you in a minute. Him still hearing the knocking on the door. Before he does begin to somewhat stir and bring his hand out. Him going to pull the hand off of him as it's larger than him. Deku could actually turning on the lights and seeing Princess Luma lying in his bed, two of her arms still wrapped around him, and one of them dangling. Huh. Okay. He should probably answer that. Deku trying to get up, though Luma's arm, it doesn't really want to let him go. And Izuku hears to sort of pry this off of him before climbing out. Her gonna roll over as Deku he has to walk over to the door, still turning behind him. Okay. Okay. Luma is in his bed. Holy shit, Princess Luma of the Tetramans is in his bed, and he doesn't know who's on the other side of this door. Okay, Izuku. Just, please let it be Grandpa. Him turning, pressing the button, and the door does start sliding open. Deku pressing another button as the result does this won't stop. Him looking through the crack, asking, "What is it? How you doing?" Hey, Taya. What's up? Been out here for a minute. You awake? Sorry. Humans don't exactly bounce back from injuries. Especially not ones where we lose a lot of blood. Or break 3 ribs. 3 ribs? Damn. Yeah. Listen, Taya, I'd love to talk, but I'd rather lay down. So, what's up? Not much. Her holding my bag, talking about it. She did bring him breakfast, though. She assumed breakfast in bed would be something good for humans. She's done some research on it, though she's also willing to stick around a bit. You know, keep him company. It does seem like a pretty good deal, huh? She brought him food. He entertains a guest. Yeah, I don't know too much about that right now. I need to go see a doctor, make sure I don't got any more fractures, and after that, maybe just get my stitches cleaned up and make sure I'm not gonna bleed over my bed. Right. You have been blowing me off, though. Yeah, I meant for us to maybe go out yesterday, but this happened. Mm-hmm. Right. So, how about we schedule it then to next week? Next week. Uh, if I'm free, maybe then next week might work fine. Good. Good. Just make sure you're not bleeding or dead. Besides, you do remember what's at stake exactly, right? I'm well aware. Though if you need me, I'm gonna get back to bed. All right, fine. Just saying though, schedule is free. And if you do want to chill, let me know. I'll come by. Show you exactly what incursions might do for entertainment. I'll pass on that. Currently, Atea gonna turn. Her going to at least give a bit of a wink at Izuku before going to leave. And Deku, he doesn't close the door, him locking it, and then gonna take the bag and walk over, sitting down at his desk and going to set the bag down before going to turn and grab his badge. Him gonna press a button and beginning to type in his Gramps' badge number. We do currently have him, who he was out training the plumbers helpers on Earth. They needed a lot more experience training. And with some of the stuff that they have been dealing with, it's been a little crazy. Now, the old man, he is saying they're cooking breakfast. And everybody, they're currently out on the campsite and doing a few things. And the old man, he does feel a little nostalgic. It reminds him a lot about Izuku's training. Little bit. Though, he's got a camper full of rowdy teenagers. It's a little different, but not too far off. And currently the man's badge does get a buzz. Him gonna turn and grab it. Turning back to the stove, which does have tentacles on it cooking. Anyways, now, the old man is to answer it, bring the badge up and at level with his face, currently sticking it to the wall. Hello? Hey, Grandpa. Glad you actually answered. I've got a bit of a situation. Izuku, if you're gonna ask me to file reports and send things over to you, then I'm gonna have to tell you. I've got a situation of my own here. Yeah, but Grandpa, I've got a bad situation over here. Are you in danger? Uh, well, Earth is. Okay, Izuku, what's going on? You know you can tell me anything. Uh, okay, so hypothetically, what kind of hypothetical, Izuku? Hypothetically, let's just throw around a few things here. For example, let's say hypothetically, I was put in a bit of a tight spot here. Earth messed up, and they, Izuku, please, just you can talk to me. I woke up in bed with Princess Luma. The old man looking up at his badge before he does get a turn. Currently, him taking the food off the burner and going to set it to the other side. Him turning off the gas and grabbing his badge. Walking over and going to sit down. Pressing a button as a hologram of Izuku does get to pop up, along with the old man. Izuku, do you mind explaining a lot more about this? I thought you were with Mina. I am, and that's the problem. You slept with Princess Luma? Well, yes and no. I came to my room last night alone. I woke up, she was here. I don't know what to do. Atea was at the door. If those two saw each other, she probably would have nuked the planet on the spot. Uh-huh. Izuku, I really don't know what to say about this. That's why I hoped you had something to say. Listen, Grandpa, I know you experienced a lot in your life. You really don't have anything for this? uh, no, Izuku. I mean, I've dealt with a few situations in my past, but nothing quite like diplomatic missions like this. Uh-huh. So I'm on my own here. I'd say you are, yes. Though, have you spoken with Mina? I was going to yesterday, but I got shot. I don't know who shot me or what's going on. I need to figure out what's going on there, and if possible, focus on that. I already drove off Vilgax, and the plumber's been trying to deal with the alien situation on Earth where people turn criminal. I don't know. Listen, Gramps, I've been dealing with bigger situations. I just sort of want to be a neighborhood hero right now. You need to recover right now. I get it, but what if a Tekadon attacks the base? What'll I do? I'm fairly certain they won't send a Tekadon at the base. If they do, the defenses will handle it. And when they can't handle it, we'll figure that out, Izuku. Currently, the Tekadon factory, it's been dealt with. People are trying to figure this all out. It's been, let's just say, monitored. They haven't produced a new one yet. We'll let you know when they do. Deku, understanding. Before another voice can be heard over the badge, and the old man, he does try to ask Izuku if he does need to go and talk with his visitor, and Deku will gonna hang up. Currently, Ken sitting there, turning to look out the window. Izuku's definitely become quite the popular young man. He is getting old. This is on the man's mind. Currently, us cutting back to Deku, as Luma does just want to sit up and begin to stretch. Her going to make her way towards the edge of the bed and sit there, talking about how she's happy that her beloved husband was safe during the night. When did you get here? I got here soon after you did. You were out quite heavily. Did someone sedate you? The doctors gave me something, if that's what you mean. Though, I gotta ask. Do you, uh, what? Charmed? You need proper... Never mind. Okay. The fact that you're here is not good. Atea was on the door earlier. She was at the door earlier. Can you just... Him going to turn in motion to his closet. Her going to stand as Deku. He does go watch her. Her trying to ask him questions about this. Before he is going to stand and grab a robe. Trying to tell her that humans usually don't Never mind. She just... Okay. He has his thoughts on. Head on right. Okay. You do seem to be panicking. Yeah, I know. I woke up in bed with... you. Is that a problem? Yes. How did you get in here? Did you break my door? No. I do have a key, though. Your technology here is rather primitive. Quite ashamed of the plumbers. Okay, then. That's not, I don't like that. What you gotta do is leave. We both know it's a little too early for that, Izuku. Besides, if I do leave, people might see. And what would they think of the lovely Princess Luma leaving her husband's room? Hmm. Perhaps you are correct. Though, would I be able to keep this robe with me? It does belong to you. Consider it to be my wedding gift. Stop. You ruined my fun. What do you want? I want you to stop. I've made it clear, Luma. Besides, Atea has a bomb on the planet. If she detonates it, we'll all die. And then the whole little marriage thing won't matter. I'm well aware. My people are searching for the bomb. Though it is under the guise of technological marketing. Really? Yes. Tetramans are well known for our strengths. And if we can't punch a problem, we usually do try to think about a way to blow it up. We do know many good ideas to where to place a bomb. Your planet in particular. We currently have Tetraman technology searching your oceans. We should find it in no time. Oh, that's good. Now you see why I don't seem to have problems. Why I'm just happy to spend a little bit of time with you, though I'd be willing to spend a lot more. After the ceremony, Deku going to stand, expressing he appreciates the effort to help his planet. It will be remembered. But, he's got other plans. Deku bring his hand up, tapping onto the Omnitrix and going to transform. Her going to somewhat stare at him as Deku, he has a step forwards. Her going to somewhat smile as Deku, he does go to grab her and then phase to the ground. Currently, him taking her back to the Tetraman ship. That thing is huge. And if he's right, then it should have a quarters for her. It definitely should. And Deku, he does fly her into the ship before finding a room that is royally guarded. And Deku, when he doesn't actually turn them solid, he should ask her if this is it. Yes. Small, but I've been staying here. I brought part of my collection. Take whatever you wish. You are searching for Earth technology for your car, correct? I could help out. Give you another gift? I'm fine. Though, don't break into my room again. Currently, Deku going to turn and flying away. Luma bringing her hand up, hoping he might stay longer. Since she didn't want to go over a few interesting things she's been reading about Earth and how their species operates on a few levels. Now, with that, Deku, he creates a flight to the infirmary. Him going to turn tangible and visible before he does a turn back into a human. And people, they do to see Deku on his feet and walking before a doctor does try to ask him how he's doing and if the wounds have been hurting. And currently Deku is medically examined before he is able to leave, them prescribing him something else along with something that can help him sleep. And Izuku, he does go to walk down the corridor, some new bandages, and another bag in hand. Currently, him bringing his hand up with his plumber badge and going to make a phone call. Before he is trying to call Mina. And come on, is she in a bad area? Or does the base have dead zones? No, no, that's stupid. Galvin's built a base. There shouldn't be dead zones. Anything's possible. Him having his badge call Mina. And it does get sent to voicemail again. And it does somewhat concern him. It's about 9 in the morning now? Huh. Okay, no, wait. It's 9:38. She should be awake. Is he sleeping in? Maybe, but she was excited to talk to that Anodite dude. Hmm. No, he shouldn't be too worried about that. She finally met another hybrid in somebody of a race. She's been curious about it ever since he found out she was one. Hmm. Okay, maybe Bakugo? Bakugo might definitely know. Currently, Deku going to ring. And Bakugo, he doesn't answer it, asking what he wants. Hmm? You busy? You alone? Got a few things I could talk to you about, but definitely going to be a bit interesting. Hmm? What do you mean? Let's just say it's a private conversation. Okay, give me about 10 minutes. Alright. Bakugo hang up. And Deku makes his way back to his room as people do somewhat going to stare on at him. Him walking to the door and going to toss the bag on his desk before he has a call Bakugo back and stick the badge to his chest. Currently, him going to get some of the pills that can help him with his pain before going to walk over to the sink and fill up a cup of water. Currently, Bakugo answering and talking about it. So is he finally alone? Yeah, I'm alone. Though give me a sec. Deku taking his meds. I'm gonna walk over to his bed, lying down, and going to fold his arms behind his head, talking about it. So what's up? He said it was private? Yeah. Dealing with a bit of a situation. Arjit got some information for me. Is it good? Let's just say it didn't find your mystery assassin. Though it did help me find somebody who I can deal with. Really? Yeah. Let's put it this way. If you found out that somebody who hurt a family member of yours was back, what would you do? Me and Vilgax. It's not him. I'm just asking. If you had a chance to take them out, what would you do? Would you take it? Or would you try and do the noble thing? Turn the other cheek? I don't know. You're asking me a question that I have had to answer before. And it's not good. I murdered an entire race to save my grandpa, Bakugo. Right. Really shouldn't be asking you then. Who'd this guy take out? He killed my dad. That's all. I'm willing to tell you. I got some information talking about how he's going to do something stupid, and when he does, he's going to try and blow up Earth. I'll handle it. Me and Kai. Though, if things don't go good, I'll let you know. Alright? Let me handle Dozuku. If you talk to anyone about it, if I find out the plumber's even got a whiff of it, I am going to spill things to Mina. Are you serious? You don't know how much this means to me. That bastard took my dad. You know what I've lost? Bakugo, calm down. I'm perfectly calm. I know what I'm doing. I just wish I didn't drag her into this. But what do you want? Have you gotten in contact with Mina? No. I've been busy this morning. Right. Listen, Bakugo. If you're gonna try and give me the whole noble, you should really turn the other cheek speech, don't. I wasn't gonna do that. Oh. Yeah. If you can contact Mina, let me know. If she contacts you, let me know. If she's talked to Kai, can you ask her to call me? I just, I don't know. I think she's avoiding me after what I told her yesterday. You told her everything? Not everything, but she was definitely happy. Kai mentioned that. That's good. Definitely not gonna go mental again. Yeah, true. But you gotta think about it. Have you ever met another Osmosian? Met a few of them. Most of them were assholes. Oh. Mm-hmm. What the database says, Internet is supposed to be free-spirited. Mina's a bit ordered, I guess. Order and toned? No, no. A tone to order? I think that's how you say that. She's not used to being free-spirited. She can cut loose and let loose. But the way an Internet does, not really. So she's holding back? She's being held back. Not by choice. Or maybe it is. Not too sure. Gotta figure it out though. Otherwise, you know, she might burst again. Not funny. Not trying to be. She might throw another tantrum. The last one she threw blew up part of my car. I got it. Okay. I'll be going then. I'm gonna hang up. And Deku, he does somewhat worry. Him going to call back Mina. Currently her badge going to buzz. Before she does, I'm gonna sit there and look at it. Currently her going from stopping her meditation on her bed to unfolding her legs and bring her hand out. Her staring at it and thinking about it. Wanting to speak to Izuku. Wanting to talk to him. See more about what she can do. It... No, no, she... Uh, she's gonna be busy. She's got a few things to do. She's got work. Best to just let him rest. Best to just let him figure things out. Right, right. Uh, she'll just let it ring then. Her gonna do so. And Deku, he doesn't send a voicemail again. Him just concerned now. Currently, him turning his head in his bed. And he does still smell that strange aroma. No, that's... Oh. That smell must be... Luma? Maybe, but... Strong, definitely. I'm gonna turn. And go to walk over to the back that Atea brought him. Pulling out the food and beginning to have some breakfast. And there currently is Mina. Mina, she does go to head out to meet Denki. When the two got to meet off base, she wanted to ask a ton of questions. She was excited, worried, and intrigued. She's meeting another Inadite. All the information in the database told her about Anodyne. It told her about their species, how they are, how long they live. And it even talks about magic. Or mana, I guess? The information's limited, but she knows enough to fill in the gaps. And maybe he does too. And the two, they have been talking for a minute. before Denki does go to express, bring his own hand up. It's quite simple though. Fact is, people don't really understand it. They don't understand going with the flow, being free, or being able to fly through the air the way they do. Most see short-sightedly. They think too much. They act too often. But then there's them. They just have to think, feel the universe, feel the energy around them, focus it, and do a lot of things. Denki bring his own hand up. His power going to glow and show off to Mina. And some of the people in the coffee shop are staring at him. Before she's to express, bring her own hand up. It is sort of nice. Though, has he been to Enidine? I have. Lovely skies. Crazy people. How crazy? I give him a 7 or an 8. Though, on a bad day, I'd definitely say a 9. Might want to be careful of them. Most of their abilities could be seen as, let's just say, violent. Though if you don't know much about them, you're going to get hurt. I'd say you definitely got to go. Maybe. But I'm not sure. I just think give it a shot. Though, I'd love to take you. You know. Him holding out his hand, expressing. He could potentially show her some things, if she'd be open to a mind meld. Or, well, meditating together? um, sure? Her holding her hand out, and grabbing Denki's. And the two, they do somewhat sit there, his eyes glowing white. And Mina, she does going to begin using a bit of her power. And Denki, he does sit there. Him, curious about a lot. And Mina, she gets to see what she wants to see. Denki, he made it up. He shows her exactly what's happening. And this, it's beautiful. It's everything she wants to see. And currently, there's the two. They do to get up later. Them still chatting away as Denki does gonna bring his hand up. Him going to put it on Mina's other shoulder. Him talking about it with a coffee in hand. You know, she'd definitely be lovely. What? I'm just saying. On Anodyne, she'd fit in. No one would think too much of her. What? Sorry. No one would think too much of it. You'd fit in. I've never fit in. Not sure about it, though. Come on, don't be like that. Besides, I think you do great. Him smiling. And currently, Denki would bring his hand up and take his palm off of Mina's arm. Currently, him walking with her down the road. And Mina, she doesn't realize it, but she has walked into the trap of a dangerous, let's just say, parasite. Let us cut back over to Izuku, who currently is lying in his room trying to get some R&R. After yesterday and after this morning, it's been quite a lot of excitement. And it was just a few hours. If the rest of the day is like this with a Tetraman and an incursion, then he might not survive. Hell, he broke an arm, then he's shot. Luckily, he can recover. Though if he does talk to some of the guys at the medical lab, maybe they can give him some treatment. It may not be as good as Mina's healing, but it definitely will help. Okay? But, I mean, maybe that is an idea. Mina has transformed to a full Anidite before. If this Denki guy can help her, I mean, what can he tell her, though? Not too much, maybe, but if he looks in the plumber systems, he can go to Anodyne, right? Find out its location and take a quick trip there. It's certainly an idea. I'll be gone for a few hours, but he's got really nothing else to do. He's on bed rest, and until that's all cleared, no excitement. No anything. Plus, if he does go there, he can scan one of them, learn more about their species, and, well, see if there's a Enidite plumber out there. It could be a good start. A good way to help bridge the gap. I mean, it's just, it's something. Maybe he should talk? No, no, wait a second. Mark. Talk to Mark. Mina's grandmother is an Enidite. Maybe she's on Anodyne? It's a chance, but Deku turning, grabbing his badge, and going to dial. And over Mark is on the other end. He doesn't answer, asking exactly what the Earth's hero's been up to. Hey, Mark, I was hoping to talk to you about Mina. It's pertaining to her, but I mean, do you know how she's been doing? Has she talked to you about anything? Not really, Izuku. She's been a little distant. Though I have been trying to keep her clear of certain information. She hasn't said anything, mentioned anything? No. Why? Well, there's a few things, but I was hoping to ask you about Mina's grandmother. What about her? Do you know anything about her? Is she still on Earth? Is she on Anodyne? Is she out in the universe somewhere? I mean, I can probably look in the Plumber database and see if I can even find more from the Galactic Council, but that would take time. Yes, Izuku, it certainly would. Though, what are you looking for? I'm looking for someone Mina can talk to. She met this Anodite guy, and that's another thing. Anodite? That's not right. Hmm? What do you mean? Izuku, there's no other Anodites on the planet. You're saying this is a plumber, right? Yeah, he's an Anodite plumber. Izuku, there are no Anodite plumbers. Male, female, do you know anything about this guy? Um, I got his name. Denki, I think? Okay, I'm gonna look a bit more into that. Though, have you been able to contact Mina? Call her at all? No, I haven't. She's been sending me a voicemail. That's not good. Listen, I'll look into this more, try and see what I can do, but if you see her, tell her exactly what I'm telling you. Whoever she might be messing around with is posing as an Anodite. They are not one. Okay? I'll do that. I'll see what I can do. Though, can you give me an update on anything with the incursion bomb? I'll let you know what we find. Though, get rest. Wait, hang on, there's a report coming in. I have to go, Izuku. Later, Mark. Currently, I'm gonna hang up. And Deku does sit there. No other Anodites on Earth. But this guy said he was an Anodite. He's lying to Mina. Well, lovely. Him going to get up. Currently, him going to stand up and get out of his bed before walking over to his door and opening it up. Before he does, gonna turn and make his way down the hallway. People seeing Izuku, him walking like a man on a mission. And currently, he has to get down the hallway. Him turning and seeing Mina somewhat fidgeting with her badge. And Deku does get to see that. Her turning her head and looking at him a bit more surprised. Her going to shove her badge back in her pocket. Before she does have that strange smile on her face. She looks nervous, concerned. Him making his way over and talking about it. Is she okay? He's been trying to contact her all day. Hadn't she heard the voicemails? Sorry, I lost my badge. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. There's a few things going on. Yeah, I know there's a few things going on. Listen, I just talked to your grandpa. That guy you're hanging out with, he's not an Enidite. Are you serious? Yeah, that Denki guy, he's not an Enidite. Listen, he's bad news. Mark knows about it now. He's looking into it. Listen, Mina, maybe we should take a trip to Anodyne. See what's going on there. It'd be a good way to get away from a few people right now. Plus, you can learn more about your own species. Learn more about your own people. That that does sound good. Maybe we can go soon? Well, we're dealing with a few things. The guy who hurt you. Her bring her hand up and putting it onto his chest, talking about it. Then they've got to deal with a few other things. The Tekadon? Yeah, maybe. But after we deal with all that, and Earth is safe, we really should get back to a few things. Think you can hold out till then? I'm sure I can manage. Besides, I'm doing better now. I've gotten my abilities a bit more under control. Her holding up her hands. And Deku, he does see it. Her hands are steady. They're not shaking or twitching a little bit. And this, it does make him happy. Him bringing his own hand up and grabbing hers, talking about it. Okay, good. Though, no, not a good time. She's finally calm. If he says anything, not now, not now. Okay, talk to the Earth Council. Make them be the one who do this. Have them inform her. I mean, that could be worse, but if they tell her in full detail from the beginning, it won't sound as bad. Right, right. Okay then. Things should be good. Great, great. So, I gotta get back to it. Hmm? I thought you had the day off. I've been demoted to deputy, remember? Got a few more duties to attend to. Though I'll come by and visit you later. Her going to step forwards, giving Deku a kiss before gonna turn. Her waving him off as she's to leave. And Deku, he does gonna stand there. Before heading back to the medical bay. He wants to get back on duty. At least do something to fill this void. Now, Izuku, he does get to head down there. And whenever he does arrive, he does try to speak to somebody who can help him. However, many of the operations they can perform are for alien species. Trying to test some of their medications and or options for humans, it certainly does have its own risk. I mean, a broken bone can be skinned to another species or, well, just the same material used different ways, different parts of the biology. It could be armor plating to one, whereas to humans, it helps them move. It's part of the way they operate. It's literally the thing that holds their muscles together. I mean, if it wasn't for the bones, then, well, you'd just be a ball of muscle. And that doesn't have very good locomotion. I mean, granted, goop species can move, but that's a whole other complicated thing. However, there are some people here who they wish to pursue science. They have a lot of things they want to use, and there have even been options for humans in the medical area, the medical field. Humans have shown that it has jumped. They want to use nanites and bring other things in to help improve the human healing process. If they can use nanites to cure a number of ailments. They can probably use them as little doctors and or mechanics for the human body. Have them rebuild the road or simply fill a pothole. It's the best way to describe it. They seal the fractures and breaks in a bone. No need for splints or even just having implants in your arm, aka metal. Now, Deku, he does discuss a few of these options. And after one of the doctors, they do give Izuku a bit of an injection, he does get to feel a little bit better. There is still pain whenever he does breathe. However, they do talk about how the process will take several hours before he does get to see improvements. However, this option, it does leave a lot to be desired, since they're only healing things at the surface level. Proper healing will take place over the next several days. It's only what's the best way of saying it? Additive? Like how for baking you need yeast to allow dough to properly rise. This will allow the body to properly heal in a faster way. Now, Izuku, he does understand. It's all complicated science mumbo jumbo, but after he does get the injection, he does get a leave. Currently, him heading out as there actually is where he has to arrive as Accelerate. Him stopping in front of a building and then going to turn human. And they're actually the guards, who they to bring up their weapons and stare at Izuku. Deku staring at the mech suits that they have standing in front of the building. And when they do see Izuku standing there as a human, he does bring up his watch. And both of them, they do lower their weapons and stare at him, since he shouldn't even be on his feet. I mean, some people think he's in a coma right now. And Deku, he just step into the building. Currently, some people trying to do a lot of things. The office is busy, and the world, it keeps on turning. Doesn't matter what happened yesterday, all that matters is there's a lot happening. Now, Deku, he currently does a walk into a meeting room where people are discussing how to handle a number of things. Even about how there's a species here that does want to make contact with humans and talk about selling a number of resources. Along with the fact that Earth, they couldn't see they could receive a massive influx as an incentive. Now, when Deku step into the room, people turn their heads, them staring at him, as Izuku is currently dressed in a plumber uniform. However, his black suit, it does lack the chest piece for the armor. And he does express he's fairly certain they all need to listen to him right now. He's fed up with a lot of things. And people do turn to him. Deku closing the door behind him and walking to the table, expressing, okay, listen. Next time anyone comes to Earth looking for him, he would like them to inform the plumbers, and they will send a message for him to receive. This morning he woke up to a very particular situation. Though, right now, he wants them all to know if a situation like this happens again with someone he doesn't know, he's going to come back here. And he is going to give them all a one-way trip to space. He will send them to different planets, and they will have to see what it's like experiencing alien cultures. They will all see what it's like whenever things are weird, strange, and illogical to them. Don't try to sell him off, let alone marry him off for peace. And people stare at Deku, though someone does try to ask him if there's been any leeway on his shooter. And Deku tells them details are locked to him right now. He's off duty. And while he's off duty, he is going to rest. Listen, if anything happens that needs his attention, he'll tend to it. Though he's not going to be very happy. If anything that needs his attention needs it, let the plumbers know. They try to solve the problem themselves, and they found out the sandbox they've been playing in is on the beach. What? Sorry, I'm on a lot of painkillers right now. I mean, it makes sense, I think. Yeah, no, that one's an Earth phrase, so it does make sense. To you guys, at the very least. It should. Listen. If it needs my attention, tell me. Let them know they'll send a message. I won't repeat myself again. I feel like I'm just running in circles. Though, is there anything that needs my attention while I'm here? People turning to each other. And Deku, he does look on. Before, he is told about the entire list of things. They've gotten reports from Undertown, they've gotten reports from the cities, they've gotten reports about some other aliens, and people who they've technically not caused any crime. So, they technically cannot be arrested. Though what they have been doing can be seen as harassment. Though many of their own quote-unquote alien visitors are trying to say a lot of things. Fact is, there's a lot of red tape they can't exactly just cut through. Though, with his reputation, he can. And Deku, he does begin to make a list of all this. Though he does have one stop before he does head back to base. He wants some actual food. Well, maybe not actual food, but certainly just something other than weird alien food. Okay. Him leaving the building. Currently, him going to arrive at Burger Shack as people do to watch an alien slide to a stop and then go to stand there. Currently, it in the line for the drive-thru. And Deku, when he does get up to order, he does go to Express. He wants at least 2 sets of chili fries with extra onions, extra cheese. Also, he wants them to be the seasoned fries. And the person at the end does go to Express. They've said it before. The policy at Burger Shack does not allow the Keen Accelerants to go through the drive-thru. That is for terrestrial vehicles. And Deku does to Express. Come on, he's Izuku Midoriya. Make an exception? Right, sure. And I live on the orbital station. Deku talking about it. Currently, him turning human and being a bit annoyed. He was hoping that that would have worked. Though people, they do begin to see him walk inside. And Deku, when he does a step into the room, people turn. And they do get a stare. Deku expressing, going to the front of the line, about how he's in a bit of a hurry. Besides, he really shouldn't be here, but he always did love their food. And someone, they do come running over. A lot of people want this guy's autograph. And Deku, while his food is being prepared, he does begin to take some pictures with fans. And this, it does mean to catch a lot of people's attention. Izuku Midoriya is alive and well after the incident the day before. And while he shouldn't even be on his feet, he is. In fact, he seems to be doing pretty good. And there is where somebody, they do get a hand Deku his food, along with handing him a drink and talking about a few more things. Since they did give the big hero some stuff on the house. And Izuku does a turn. Currently, him going to leave. And there is where he does arrive back at the plumber base about not even 5 minutes later. Currently, him getting to his room and going to sit down in his chair. Him turning human as it is still somewhat spinning. And Deku, he does go to just think. Okay, so got that all handled. And again, bringing an Anodite here. How would he even convince one? Well, I mean, he doesn't know magic, so he can't summon one? Okay. A trip to Anodyne. That'll take time. A lot of time, so... Yeah. That's an easy thing. Maybe see if they can get into any galactic communications with one? That's another thing. Okay, he can explore his options. Deku going to turn, putting his fork down into his food as he does begin to eat. And he currently does a turn to his computer, which is connected to the Plumber database, and typing things in, trying to find anything that can help him on his search. Any information, any data, any way to speed this up. And we do currently have Mina, who does come walking in the corridor and knocking on his door. Her stepping into his room after Deku does get a turn and go to open the door. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. Though, how are you? I'm doing alright. Listen, I got a question to ask you. What's up? Would you be curious about going to Anodyne? Yeah, I would be. Though Denki told me it's lovely. I thought I told you earlier to stay away from that guy. What? We talked earlier. Mina, that guy's not an Anodite. What are you talking about? Yes, he is. No, Mina, he's not. Listen, he's not an Anodite. He's human, I think. Izuku, he is an Anodite. We shared our minds together. I know exactly what he's seen. He's been to Anodyne. In fact, he talked about maybe taking me there. Mina, are you okay? I'm fine. Perfectly fine, in fact. I'm good. Listen, I get that you may not like it, but he's flirty, I understand. But he's not that bad. You think this is... Are you feeling okay? We talked earlier, don't you remember? No, we didn't. Yes, we did. Wait, you two shared thoughts. Isn't that personal? I mean, sort of. Mina, that guy could have messed with your head. No, he didn't. Izuku, I'm doing fine. Listen, I don't know what's wrong with you. Me? No, nothing's wrong with me. Something's wrong with you. No, it's not. I came here to let you know everything went well. Deku bringing his hand up. Him grabbing her and telling her. He told her to stay away from Denki. She doesn't know if she tried to he doesn't know if she tried to confront him, but the guy is dangerous. Whatever he's doing is not Anodite power. It's something else. He knows magic. Yeah, and so did you. So did Charmcaster. Izuku, just. I'm gonna meet with him later, and we'll be okay, alright? Nothing's gonna happen. Try not to be jealous. Deku staring at Mina, who does go to leave. And Deku, he is a bit annoyed. Mina's not acting like herself. Okay. So he just messed with her head? Right. The Sandite stuff can wait. I'm gonna stand and make his way back to the door. Before he has to open it, and Mina does just stand there. I'm looking up and asking if she has anything else to say to him. Sorry. Sorry? What the hell are you talking about? Her bring her hand up, stepping inside and someone pushing him backwards. Her turning and closing the door. Expressing, listen, she's not feeling like herself. She's been getting these weird what? You're actually starting to scare me, Mina. I've been getting these weird headaches. Not just that. I'm blacking out a bit. Blacking out. You're having blackouts? I didn't want to scare you? Mina, that. Oh my god, have you gone to the medical bay? I have. They're not that bad. We just talked, Mina. Do you- that power is messing with your mind. I know. Listen, okay? I gone to the medical bay. I've talked with them before. I just. I need to stay calm. Okay? So, how about instead of scaring me a bit, we just relax? I understand you don't want me to see Denki, but he's. He's like an anodite. He's not. I know. I know. I just. Maybe go to Anodyne. You're right about that. Maybe a trip there would be good. Uh huh. Okay. Listen, we can go, but just if there's anything else wrong, you'll tell me, right? I will. Trust me, okay? I'm okay. Listen, they started a few days ago. They didn't start months ago, okay? They're new, but I'm still getting a handle on them. It's just, whenever I meditate, it helps me focus more. I'm starting back from the ground zero. I just need to relax, clear my mind. And what better to do than clear my mind than spend some time with my boyfriend? Her giving Nick a bit of a smile. And Izuku, he still is concerned. However, he does make Mina promise him if they get worse, they actually treat it seriously. Because otherwise, she's gonna make him freak the fuck out. And Mina does understand. Currently, Deku and her sitting down. Though he does try to ask her about her little outburst earlier. And she does apologize for it. However, currently, the two do to turn on a bit of a movie. Them trying to relax. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.